Hey there, welcome to the channel. My name is James, and here at 20th and 21st Movies, we are about all things cinema. All right, it's time to continue our monthly Director Spotlight series that we call Taste of Directors series. This is a series where in each video we'll focus and turn the spotlight on a specific director. We'll tell you a little bit about that director's background and share 3 to 4 films from that director's filmography to give you a taste of what that director has contributed to the world of cinema. Now, as I've said countless times before in this series, choosing 3 to 4 films is not going to give you the full depth and breadth of any director's work, especially a director who has been doing this for multiple decades. The idea is to just give a taste of what that director has done and what they've contributed to the art form that is cinema, what they've contributed to the world of movies that we love to enjoy. So this month, we're going to turn the spotlight on a master of the crime thriller drama. This is a director who is a master of crime thrillers, gritty dramas and tales of action and drama and suspense and just good crime cinema. And that is none other than Mr. Michael Mann. Of course, up here, I've got this Criterion Edition menu of Thief, one of his first films. Actually, his first feature film was Thief from 1981, starring James Caan, one of my absolute favorite additions in the Criterion collection. But Michael Mann has a fantastic collection of films in his filmography. I'm gonna go through a few of those films, but before I do, I'm gonna tell you a little bit about Michael Mann's background. Have my little script here written down or typed up. But let me tell you a little bit about Michael Mann, and then we'll get to the 3 films that I'm gonna cover in this Spotlight edition. So Michael Mann was born in February of 1943 in Chicago, Illinois, and he is the son of Jewish grocers Esther and Jack Mann. He studied English literature at the University of Wisconsin-Madison, so he's a Wisconsin Badger. And while he was a student, he saw Stanley Kubrick's Dr. Strangelove and fell in love with the movie. So this particular movie here, Dr. Strangelove, or How I Learned to Stop Worrying and Love the Bomb, this film from 1964 heavily inspired Michael Mann. And he talks about how that film has inspired him. So it really contributed to him falling in love with the movies. He graduated from Wisconsin with a BA in 1965, the year after Dr. Strangelove. And in 1967, he earned an MA from the London Film School. So his debut feature is Thief, which stars James Caan, basically a pretty accurate depiction of the life of thieves. But of course, in the case of Thief, this is James Caan, starring in the central role. He is a professional thief. He has been through the legal system, and he is basically trying to get out of the game. But there are some nefarious forces who are pulling him back in for one last series of jobs. And it's just a fantastic story. It looks absolutely beautiful on this Blu-ray. This is one of those films that I wish would come out on 4K, but anyway, that is one of the films that I wanted to cover in this Taste of Directors series entry. So these are the 3 films that I'm going to cover in this entry. Thief from 1981. This is the Criterion Collection edition of Thief. Just a fantastic film starring James Caan. Just absolutely love this movie. One of my favorite additions in the entire Criterion collection, along with Blowout. Just top notch and medium cool. Another film starring Al Pacino, Robert De Niro, who appear on screen together for the first time. Of course, they were in The Godfather Part 2 in the same movie, but never on screen together. They appeared on screen for the first time together in this film, Heat, from 1995, I believe, from Michael Mann. What an amazing film. Fantastic film. In this case, Robert De Niro is a professional criminal. Al Pacino is the policeman who is trying to bring him down. And it's just fantastic. Incredible tension and just a great crime thriller. One of the greatest crime thrillers of all time. Heat has this brand new, or new as of last year, 4K edition. A little bit of controversy around the picture quality, about this picture being a little bit too dark, but I found this picture to be very, very nice. It is a dark presentation, but I don't really have any serious complaints. I think it's a perfectly fine 4K disc. And then another film from Michael Mann, and this is from 2004, starring Tom Cruise and Jamie Foxx. Of course, prayers up for Jamie Foxx for his full and complete recovery. I understand he's had some health challenges recently, so definitely praying for him and for a full recovery. But the two of them star together in this film here called Collateral, which is very, very fascinating. It's basically about Jamie Foxx is a taxi driver and he gets a customer on one particular night, Tom Cruise, who happens to be a hitman, and he basically gets Jamie Foxx to drive him around on these different hits. This also has Jada Pinkett Smith in here, and it's just an absolutely phenomenal film. It's been many years since I've seen this movie, so my memory is a little bit foggy on this particular title, but I definitely highly recommend it. It is just a fantastic film, and I'm inspired to actually watch this again. I don't think this has a 4K Ultra HD release. I think it's just on Blu-ray. So that is a film that I think definitely needs to get a 4K release, as well as Thief here. So those are the three films that I'm focusing on in this Spotlight series for Michael Mann films. Absolutely an incredible master of the crime thriller genre. And these three films are a great example of that. When you look at Thief, you pop it open. Of course, this was the dual format edition where we had the DVD and the Blu-ray, which is in the player. But just a phenomenal, phenomenal film from Michael Mann. I love the atmosphere of the film, the way it was shot. It's basically set in Chicago, and just the imagery with the rain-soaked streets, the neon signs. It would look absolutely beautiful on 4K with some nice HDR treatment, Dolby Vision. This is the type of film that I think would absolutely shine on the 4K format. And I just love, what I love most about this film, Thief, is James Caan's performance. He is legendary in this film. This is a few years after the Godfather, movies where he plays Sonny. He just plays a really nice role. He's very convincing as this thief in this film. He is just fantastic. The woman who plays his love interest, I forgot, Tuesday Weld. She is absolutely phenomenal in this film. And you also have some other notable cast members. Robert Prosky plays Leo. You have James Belushi in here who plays Barry. You also have Okla, who is a friend of James Caan's character, Frank. And he's in prison, and he's basically a mentor, for Frank, who is the thief, played by James Caan. So just a fantastic film that I highly recommend. This is Michael Mann's feature debut that you see up here, and it is highly recommended from the Criterion Collection, spine number 691, one of my very first Criterions, and I recommend it. I also highly recommend Thief. I mean, just a fantastic, fantastic film. This diner scene between Pacino and De Niro is legendary. Just a wonderful cat and mouse game. Absolutely. When you feel the heat around the corner, you just got to do what you got to do, right? And then Collateral. This is a film that I really need to revisit. It's been a long time since I've seen this film, but it is just such a good movie that I need to pop this in the player. I might pop it in the player this weekend. It is so good. But yes, a pure adrenaline rush as noted here. And it's just a great example of Tom Cruise playing a role that's a little bit against the types of roles he's typically played. He usually plays a hero. In this case, he plays sort of the villain or the anti-hero, if you would. And it's really interesting seeing him in that type of a role. And it shows a little bit more range, from this actor. So I really do appreciate that about this film. It's definitely a film I need to revisit soon. Now, there are several other films from Michael Mann that I have not seen. One of those films that I need to see is Manhunter, which is, I believe, the first Hannibal Lecter film. So I need to check that out. I've heard that is an excellent film, as well as, I believe, The Insider, another film called Insider, and Public Enemy. So there's a number of films from Michael Mann's filmography I still need to see, but these are the three I definitely want to highlight in this Taste Director series. But let me know in the comment section below, what are some of your favorite films from director Michael Mann? What are some of the favorite performances that you've seen in his films? And what is your favorite aspect of Michael Mann's filmography and the types of films that he's made? Let me know all that goodness in the comment section below. And as always, thanks for watching, and we'll look forward to seeing you next time at the movies. Peace.